Now, this diabetes gives you a problem here. Because Swadhistana goes around here also in the head. So when you have a Muladhara and a Swadhisthana, then you have a problem here at the back. So you get eyesight problem. Certainly you'll find some people absolutely blind with eyes open. Now what you do is to put a candle before my photograph, put a little sindoor, put a sindoor on the head, and give it a proper, what you call a pradakshina style of a bandhan to the backside with a flame. That's very important. Flame should be used, nothing else. And you will be surprised people will start seeing. I mean, somebody started seeing in Geneva. First she saw my red mark, then she saw my face, then she started seeing. But if it is left Swadhisthana and right Swadhisthana because of pancreas and Muladhara, then it is a progression as well. Then it takes more time. But as you will know, on your hands you give the flame. This thing. So for pancreas, it may show right Swadhisthana also. Depends on at what position you are. Supposing it is overactivity of the pancreas is going on, then you will get right Swadhisthana. But if it is lethargic and finished, you will just feel the left Swadhisthana. But normally both you see. In pancreas you see both. So you get a lethargic or overactive pancreas, or you can get even the same with the spleen. Now say the spleen that is overactive is the one that makes it absolutely lethargic with overactivity, and then that inactivity brings forth this leukemia business because the triggering takes place. It becomes just a sort of hopeless and starts depending on some help. And then the bhoots come in to help it. They start triggering it. When they start triggering, they do it the way they are. So it starts becoming bigger and bigger because it is not in relation with the whole anymore. Like a person who is tired now, he sits down and there's a demon who comes. So he moves with his speed. It's like that. And that's why cancer is caused. Do you follow my point? Because when these people attack, they have their own speed, their own rhythm, which has nothing to do with the rhythm of the body. It's sort of they get so, this thing that somebody lifts them up and they start using them. That's how cancer is caused, when you reach that state of overactivity. Now, we can say for the void, peritoneum, void. But the worst is that if void is caught on both the sides, that is, if you think you are a guru, or you have used some methods to be guru, or you have tried to put something, and also then you go to some guru, or accept somebody as a guru, both ways, if it works out, then you get a complete ekadasha on that. Then the activity of the cancer is much more. Now reason I'll tell you. It's very interesting. This reason you must know. Is the vani. You see, is the sound. Sound that moves, or the kundalini that moves. You see, later on making sound. But first the sound is there. So the sound rises first before the kundalini. Om, you can say. Starts moving. When there is kundalini, what happens? That the flow stops here of the sound. So it is para. First of all, the vani is para. You can't hear it, it is there. And then it comes up to madhyama here. Then it is para. that starts throbbing here, showing that it cannot go any further in there is this. And when that throbbing starts spreading, actually your attention is throbbing, left side. That's the danger sign. When you find a throbbing here, near the sternum, below the sternum, in the stomach area, you can say. Over the stomach, isko kya kahen, this portion? Pyloric, whatever it is, no.
You can say cardiac, right?
Cardiac. At this point, you find it, da, 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 da. So you can also do one thing at that time, it's easier. You put your right hand on there. Now, then you put your left hand on the center of the heart and ask the person to hold his breath. And you go on saying Devi's mantra. The dhak will rise. Then you lift the right hand, put it on the Vishuddhi, and take Shri Krishna's name till this throbbing comes here. Then you take it higher here, and then you put it higher to the Sahasrara. That's one way of clearing out if you find a throbbing there. It's a very important point. You follow that?
This sound is really the Omkara.
It's Omkara. It's an Omkara which is para. It's not heard.
Beyond.
It's beyond. But it becomes heard here because it starts, you see, it has an obstruction. The one that is all pervading, everywhere it is existing already there. So what happens, that sound, everything has a sound inside, you see, but it's silent. It's silent. This silent sound becomes active because it has an obstruction. Say for if I hit this, it gives a sound.
The Kundalini is Omkara then,
That is also Omkara.
Kundalini itself.
Also Omkara. Kundalini is also Omkara. But that sound which already is present in the body, this sound becomes active in the sense when you percussion ho jata na, with the percussion.
When the Kundalini strikes at you.
No, Kundalini has nothing to do with this at this stage. Kundalini has nothing to do.
See, the body is Omkara also. Yeah.
I mean, you can say so. Auma, these are the three things it is working with, you see. The whole thing is working with Uma. It's all Brahma Shakti. The Brahma Shakti which is already present within us, otherwise we won't exist. So what are the Brahma Shakti within us? Are the three Shaktis are there. But what happens actually when it integrates because of the spirit, we call the spirit as Omkara. Alright. Now the Kundalini is three Shaktis in it. But manifested within us also these three separate Shaktis are there. But when, you see, the attention is enraged, or you can say the attention cannot find its movement everywhere, then it starts hitting you there. And then also with percussion, this is the percussion. But the anahata is without percussion. You see, if I hit this, it will make a sound, alright? But there is a sound, must be in this and this, otherwise how does it make a sound? It must come from somewhere.
Acha, now I'm beginning to understand. The sound is inherent in the substance.
Of course, but it's silent.
But something can trigger it so that it becomes sound.
No, anahata is a sound which is without percussion.
But it's inherent in the vibrations of the substance is sound.
Sound. It makes a sound. But the trouble is the sound we can't hear it. Of course, some of the sounds we can't hear because our ears are not made for that. That's different. But the sound that is in our body we can't hear. Can we hear? Everything is going on, we don't hear any sound. It's absorbed. All the sounds are absorbed. But when the attention is hitting something, then the sound is
Manifest.
made. We can hear.
Okay. Now I'm beginning to understand.
That is with percussion. But actually this heart is without percussion. Natural sound is without percussion. It exists. Only in the heart it is manifested as, it's called as Pashyanti. Here it just sees. So it is.
So then, Sri Mataji, according to this, would you say that all sound is an indication of disturbance of the attention?
all artificial sounds.
Yeah.
See, normally there is no sound.
You see, because I used to notice in Derby, for instance, that whenever there was a lot of sound around, like lawnmowers or cars or something, my liver would hurt and the attention would be diverted. I mean, you see, because...
No, but that sound should not be so disturbing to a person who is in the center.
But
You see, but more, you see, it is more mental activity here, I think. See, so much of mental activity, your brain is like, any more sound, you see, that upsets you. To Indians, it does not so much. Because this brain is so much going on like this all the time, you see, it's bum 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 is going on, you put a little sound,
Too much.
too much for them. But actually that is not so. See, your activity is so much that you can't bear any sound. But with all that activity, don't hear the sound in your head. See, blood is flowing, all that, you don't hear any sound, you see. Because it's all neutralized. Absolutely there is no imbalance. But when there is an imbalance, the sound starts. You can start hearing it.
But what I was trying to say, Srimati, that in this world there is so much sound. What is that sound? Is that sound a manifestation of imbalance?
No, that is
natural?
percussion. That is with percussion.
That is the anahata.
All the word, no.
No.
That is the sound which comes from percussion.
Percussion from the attention.
Any percussion. Without percussion there is no sound.
But what causes that percussion? Is that a
That
sign?
percussion can be human, can be any percussion.
But that's not a sign of imbalance necessarily.
No, in a way it is, because it is when it is silent, it is not at all touched. But if you touch it, then there is a percussion killing.
That is true. You see, what I accept all that. That's what I've understood. But what I wanted to know is, you see, this...
That sound is only in the heart heard.
That
That is anahata, without percussion. Only the heart has the quality. Why? Because of the spirit.
So that the whole universe is anahata, but out of this anahata, on top of that is placed percussion, which causes...
Everything is in a para, that is para. Everything is in para.
Potential.
Para, potential. Parasha.
I think more than potential, it's actual, but you
It's
cannot...
para,
Yes.
it's parasha. But say a man becomes mad. How will you make it out? You will get a throbbing there and throbbing. Just the opposite of me. Just the opposite of me. If a man is mad, I'll also get a throbbing. But I'll not be mad. On the contrary, I'll be producing anti-vaccine. You see? Here, in my head.
Antibodies.
Antibodies in my head, or anti-things, anti-effective things. So, you will get, if you, that's a madman, you will see he'll have a throat. If you have a bad throat, you'll find a throat.
So that means any sort of throbbing.
Obstruction aa jata hai na.
And what is, now take a third form of sound, Srimati, this Vaikali.
Vaikali.
Now, that we do consciously. Say when you are doing puja, when you are reciting mantra,
Now,
you use
here, you
Vaikali.
see, it passes through your sound box. It's like a basu. It passes through an aperture. Because of that, that air or that sound which is silent, that is flowing, you see. Because of that movement here, gets into a, this is the nada, becomes the sound. Here, Vaikali.
But what is the importance of this sound, Srimati, in the economy, if you like, of the spirit?
Economy?
Of the spirit. I mean, economy, I don't know what word to use. I mean, what is the importance of this Vaikari to this Atman?
Atman. This Vaikari. Vaikari has all the consonants, the vowels. All the vowels are produced. Without a vowel, no mantra can be said.
No, that is true.
And without the mantras, no deities can be awakened. So the spirit in every deity has to be awakened. So the sound, the spirit of the sound resides